Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a dumb video just because today, March 25th, is my 1 year on YouTube. My channel was made before that, but the first video that I ever posted was today 1 year ago. I was so new that my video had a stupid watermark on it. It's cringy, but I don't want to delete it just because it shows where I began and it shows my progress. To celebrate today, I wanted to give a look into my life a little bit more. Not much is known this far about me in my channel. Mysterious, I know. Nothing too personal, but I'll probably do something in a separate video. But today I wanted to share some lame spooky stories of my own. Just some casual ghost encounters, you could say. They're all relatively short and mild compared to the shit that you see on TV. And some are hard to explain, so if I have to, I will draw some visuals to add up on the screen. I don't have that many, but the first thing that I remember goes back about 10 years. So I was about 14. So basically what happened is we were getting ready. I guess my whole family, my mom had her friend over, not really relevant, but I went to go get ready. You know, I've always had this sort of long emo type hairstyle, and I went to go, tease it up and brush it or whatever in the bathroom, and I left the door open because why did I need the door closed? It was just quick and easy, whatever. But basically, it was in the same hall as my parents' bedroom, and it was dark in there, but the door was open. And I see out of the corner of my eye while I was fixing my hair, a dark, like really tall shadow figure just rushed past me into my parents' room. And I peeked out after because I was, okay, did someone in the house go in there? But then I peeked in and there was no light on, no one was in there. Like, I went out into the kitchen where everyone was gathered waiting to leave, and they were all in there. So that was just the first thing that I remember, and it's kind of lame, but I don't know. That's just my story. The second instance of seeing a big tall shadow figure, it wasn't just one instance, it's been a couple times in the same house back in Arizona. It's kind of hard to describe because it wasn't very apparent, like it wasn't a clear figure, but I just remember seeing some kind of outline of tall shadow just sitting in the corner, and I would just close my eyes, ignore it, and I just wouldn't think about it anymore. But I saw that a couple nights, I think, during that same year. I think that had to have been probably a handful of years actually after the first time that I saw a shadow figure. Now, one of the next things that I remember is hard to explain because it wasn't just, oh, I saw something, oh, I heard something, or I felt something physically touch me. It was more of just an emotional feeling, and it was being frozen still. It's kind of like almost you imagine when you walk into your room and feel a cold spot kind of thing, but then like mixed with some kind of emotions. And I wasn't even thinking anything scary. I was just home alone with my friend. I think I was 15, and my parents went to like some resort, and I didn't want to go. Kids just mad at the world. I don't want to like hang out with you guys. You're so lame. Now they're my best friends, but that's beside the point. I don't know why I'm just rambling so much, but we were just blasting music. I had my door open, and she was in there, and I just remember walking in, singing along to whatever the song was, and I just take a couple steps in, and I'm just kind of frozen, and I just have a really big sense of dread and fear, and I was just kind of frozen there. It's not that I couldn't move, it's just felt like a rush of like cold and, like I said, just fear. I didn't know what to do, and it was a really uncomfortable moment for about 10 seconds, and then I just remember telling her about it, and it was, I don't know, it was just weird. It's just one of those feelings that's so hard to explain, but you never forget it. The next story that I have, though, was kind of physical touch thing, and I heard something knock over. So basically, I was just kind of sitting at my desk here, and on like the left side of my shoulder, kind of like at the end of the blade, if like you can imagine, kind of, I guess it would be almost mid-back. I don't know, but I felt just kind of very light brush on my back, and it kind of gave me chills on the back of my neck. And It had to have been a couple seconds after. I hear something in my shelf back there. I don't know what it was because like I had so much junk on it, but I heard something fall and it just scared the shit out of me and ran out of my room and I couldn't come back for the rest of the night. But I don't know, it was just weird because I had been here in South Carolina for a year and my house is a new build. Obviously, that doesn't determine, like, anywhere can be haunted, whatever. It doesn't matter if it's new or old, whatever. It's based on the history of the place or whatever. But yeah, I'd been here for a year, experienced nothing, and then just all of a sudden it was just like that weird experience. Now, this last story that I have is actually not something that happened to me, but it did happen in my house. It was a story that my dad told me that happened to him. I think it was probably a month ago at this point. Probably won't remember it exactly, but I'm gonna try. So we have 4 dogs, and usually one of them just sleeps with me, but the other 3 sleep in my parents' bed with them, and the youngest one, Scout, is only about 5 months old, and up until recently he didn't really bark that much, but sometimes if the other dogs was moving into bed, like he'd bark, or vice versa. He would move and one of them would bark, that kind of thing. But they were all completely passed out. Scout gets up and starts barking. And it wakes my dad up and he's like, dude, shut up. It's the middle of the night. And so he gets down off the bed and the bathroom was open, light was off, it was dark in there. And so he's just barking into the bathroom and it didn't stop. And then I think at one point he actually goes in and then he yelps like a kind of like a squeal and runs back out. Comes to my dad like fear. And it actually scared my dad. He's like, what the fuck is in there? And he's kind of skeptical about those kind of things. I don't know. It's just really weird. Like dogs are sometimes just act weird, but then they can also sense those kind of things better than we can. And none of the other dogs were even awake until all this commotion was happening. But it makes me wonder, like, was there actually something in there touched him and it like hurt him, or did he just get scared and saw it? Because sometimes he will, if one of the other dogs like snaps at him but doesn't even touch him, but he'll yelp, but no one else was in there, so maybe he just got scared because he saw something. I don't know, it makes me wonder what actually happened, because obviously he can't tell us. I can only really repeat back the story of what my dad told me of the situation. So I just find that really weird because I haven't had that many paranormal accounts in any of, I guess, anywhere that I've ever been, which I'm kind of grateful for, because even though I love this stuff, I don't want it in my own house. So far those are the only stories that I have of my own paranormal encounters. Thanks for hanging out with me and celebrating 1 year on YouTube with me. So like I said, I just wanted to share a couple of my own personal scary stories just to kind of have something to post today, and just something casual that I didn't have to do research for. Sorry it's been a while since I posted. I had a video planned for last Sunday, but I was waiting to see if any more information came out about the topic that I was going to discuss. I haven't heard of anything more, so I'll probably have it out likely by Monday or Tuesday regardless, and I will leave updates if anything happens at the time that I post it. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you for the next case or spooky story.